Roar!
Ew.
Hello and welcome to Pony&Wolf Productions. Today we'll be reading Of Ponies and Rainstorms, written by Bandy. As always, these are our amazing Patreons. Link is in the description if you wish to join. And shall we get to it? The pony sat in the rain. He liked the rain, its cool wetness enveloping him as it fell from the skies. He silently thanked the Pegasus responsible for this cool downpour. Every pony appreciated Pegasi ponies for their sunny days, but no one uttered a word of thanks for the rain these ponies bestowed on Equestria. All except him. He looked around him. The cafe's open-aired pavilion was what made it his favourite place to go during storms like these. Its deep brown walls seemed to emanate the pure essence of drab onto whoever was unlucky enough to sit near them. He didn't mind. He liked it like that. He liked it that no pony would come to the cafe on a day like this. He could have the whole place to himself. He liked that, even on a good day, only several ponies could be found slumped in seats in the cafe, working off a hangover or writing poetry. He liked the myriad of conversations about past parties in blank verse. He liked it that on a day like this the owner let him sit outside and simply take in the surroundings, like he was doing just then. He'd given the owner more than just good business for this. They were, in fact, close personal friends, occasionally sharing a good drink and reminiscing about the good old days. As the rain fell, he realized just how lucky he was. He was successful. He had friends who cared for him, and he had an outstanding reputation as one of the most admirable ponies in all of Ponyville. But more importantly, he had himself a rainy day and a cup of coffee, slowly growing lukewarm since it left the heat and the shelter of the coffee machine some time ago. He took the cup in his worn hoof and sipped it. The blast of heat from the drink perked him up slightly. A pony passed by the shop, an umbrella held tightly against their side to prevent the wind from taking it. He laughed at the pony, a small hoarse chuckle escaping from his lips as he stared at the pony. This one would never know how the feeling of the rain could be, how simply standing in its delicate embrace would rid your mind of all troubles big or small. The rain did more than just help your plants grow. How so many people dismissed this was beyond him. The owner of the shop, a worn grey earth pony with a moustache, appeared behind him, wiping his hooves at the tile. They stood that way for some time, simply taking in the storm at length. Finally the owner spoke up. "I'm closing early. Nobody's gonna stop by in this weather." "It's a darn shame, too," replied the pony sitting in front of him. "It sure is. It sure is." The owner trailed off for a moment, lost in the quiet serenity the rain provided. "Well," he said, coming back to his senses, "I'm gonna go home. Keys behind the picture where it always is." He gestured at a solitary piece of artwork hanging on the wall. It was made as a gift by a patron of the cafe who just happened to be an artist. An abstract piece made from several mellow watercolors, slipping and sliding across the canvas, fighting for control of one's attention. "Gotcha. Thanks again, man," replied the sitting pony, eager to be alone with his thoughts once more. The shop owner patted the pony on the shoulder, then wandered away, not bothering to defend himself against the rain. He enjoyed it just as much as the lone pony in the cafe did. He was alone again. The only sound that could be heard was the unceasing pitter-patter of raindrops cascading to the earth below. The pony looked at his cup. It had once been filled with coffee. Now the only thing in it was a few drops of the now cold liquid clinging to the bottom. He got up and tossed the empty sup in the trash. He heard a slight descendio in the rains pouring on the earth. He turned to look at the sky. Clouds above his head began to dissipate, becoming white and fluffy at the loss of their moisture. He exhaled sadly, knowing that this storm was coming to an end. He was always saddened at this, but the thought was counteracted by the knowledge that most ponies could go about their day and enjoy themselves without rain to bog them down. At least others would be happy. The rest of the clouds gradually parted, revealing the great ball of fire that gave life to the world. Eventually the remainder of the clouds dissipated, and the ponies began to wander the streets. He shook his mane lightly, letting its wet strands fall onto his back and shoulders. A passerby stopped and looked at him, noticing his disheveled and wet appearance. "That was some storm, eh?" inquired the passerby. The pony stole a glance at the sky, now devoid of clouds completely. He sighed. "It certainly was. It certainly was." I too like to watch the rain at times, though I wouldn't stand in it as I do, and I certainly wouldn't drink some coffee that was eventually gonna be covered in it. So, yeah, maybe I don't fully understand this pony, outside of loving to watch just the sky and the people around, and let your mind have a head shower. Now there is a Scottish term, or maybe it's a Northern Irish term. That was Of Ponies and Rainstorms, written by Bandy. I hope you all enjoyed, and keep watching that moon, everyone. Bye!